Welcome back. Here is the Daily Takes News Burst for Tuesday, October 27, sponsored by Edge Messaging. We have the latest on the unemployment insurance backlog and the final word on the absentee ballot deadline. But we start with grim news from Madison.
Shocking new pandemic data from the state of Wisconsin today. The Department of Health Services reports a record 5,262 new positive cases recorded in the last 24 hours. This shatters the previous one-day high. 220 new hospitalizations were reported, as were a record 64 new deaths. The death toll now stands at 1,852. The average daily case count over the last 7 days is 3,975. That's more than 4 times the 7-day average 2 months ago, when this current surge began to pick up. The 7-day average for deaths is 31. In late August, 7-day average was 6 new deaths per day.
Meanwhile, the Wisconsin Hospital Association reports the total number of currently hospitalized COVID-19 patients has increased by 35 to a record 1,385. Of those, a record 339 are in intensive care units, which is up 10 from yesterday. Hospitalizations have increased by more than 240% since last month. On September 27th, there were 571 people hospitalized with COVID-19 here. The hospital crunch is more severe on the eastern half of Wisconsin. Currently, 90% of all staffed hospital beds in southeastern Wisconsin are full, for example. The figure is 89% in the Fox Valley.
Last night, the Supreme Court of the United States, in a 5-3 decision, ruled that Wisconsin absentee ballots must be in the hands of municipal clerks by 8 p.m. on Election Day, in accordance with state law. An earlier decision by a U.S. district judge had extended the deadline for receipt of the ballots for 6 days, as long as they were postmarked by Election Day. The Supreme Court left in place a lower court's October 8 decision that blocked U.S. District Judge William Conley's ruling that extended the deadline. The Constitution provides that state legislatures, not federal judges, not state judges, not state governors, not other state officials, bear primary responsibility for setting election rules, Justice Neil Gorsuch wrote in a concurring opinion.
Last week, Senator Alberta Darling and Representatives Janelle Brangen, Jim Ott, and Dan Kunodel sent a letter to the Evers administration asking for the Department of Workforce Development to further utilize the tools provided to the administration to shift staff between agencies as well as expand call center hours. They are still waiting on Governor Evers to even acknowledge their letter. This week, the lawmakers sent another letter asking for a response. Wisconsin residents expect more from their state government. Representative Ott said, DWD needs to end the backlog now and help those who have waited for months to get their unemployment benefits. If there's something Governor Evers needs to answer all of these claims, he needs to tell us right away, Representative Kunodel said. Otherwise it's just excuse after excuse and real people are left without the answers they deserve.
This podcast was sponsored by Edge Messaging. For strategic, political communications at the speed of now, turn to Edge Messaging. 262-290-EDGE. That's 262-290-3343. Or visit edgemessaging.com.